BP show. It's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
And welcome to the BP Show, your Heritage Financial Park. He's Joe Facile. I'm Thomas Zinzarella. We're back, better than ever. 12-game road trip.
We're back.
We're back.
I don't know about better than ever, but
The Renegades had a successful road trip, although there are many new faces, as what we saw last week. We had 3 high A debuts.
Many new faces. That a reference to the work that I had done while the team was on the road?
No, not because of that. Joe, a nice little shaved beard. You get a haircut. You did touch up the hair or something, too?
Oh, I was talking more about the Botox and the lip filler, but okay, yeah, that too. Yeah. It's good that it was subtle enough you didn't even notice.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. Yeah, we saw Baron Storr make his high A debut this week. Leonardo Pistano, and forgetting one more.
Sean Herman.
Sean Herman.
How quickly we forget.
How quickly
it was Sunday.
There's so many. A few roster moves as well today. Drew Thorpe getting the bump up, Jack Neely, and Augustin Ramirez getting promoted to Double-A Somerset, in which there are just a number of new faces, and you'll see throughout the week in this homestand if you're watching on the BP show. But Jared Cerna, one of those faces, a top 30 prospect, so he is, hint, he's in the starting lineup here tonight as well. So exciting, these new toys that the Yankees have for us here in Hudson Valley.
Sure. New players is always an exciting day. Anthony Hall, another new guy, 4th-round pick last year by the Yankees out of the University of Oregon. Big Ten guy, Anthony Hall, in the lineup
Big
tonight.
Ten baseball player,
for the Renegades as well. But with all of it, a very sad day as well, because there were a couple of releases that came in with it. Anthony Garcia and Eldeni Sanchez were both released today by the Yankees, and it's a very bittersweet kind of a day. You get guys going up to Double-A. You're really happy for them. You're happy for the guys coming up from Tampa as well, for getting the promotions that they earned. But then, losing 2 guys who were so loved out in the clubhouse, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
It really does.
We'll be missing the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song as well. And Aldeni's had a big day on Sunday, including a home run. Let's roll some of those highlights from Wilmington, where the Renegades picked up their 2nd series victory of the road trip after winning down in Hickory, taking 4-6 here from Wilmington. 3-1 the final score. Mentioned Sean Herman making his high A debut. Brandon Bossier a single in the 2nd inning to get things rolling. And after a fielder's choice from Made then with a single to bring in a sacrifice fly, 1-0 Wilmington. But that's all they would get here throughout the rest of the ball game. Really outstanding pitching performances.
Love that camera work too.
Welcome to Wilmington. As Sean Herman really picked things up as the game went on. Ended up going 5 innings, striking out 5, allowing just the 1 run. And again, it was a string of just high debuts last week in Wilmington, and really good ones as well.
Yeah, Renegades had 3 starting pitchers come up from Tampa, and they combined to allow 1 run in 14 2/3. Speaking of Eldeni Sanchez, opposite field home run, his 3rd of the road trip, gives the Renegades a 2-1 lead in the top of the 5th inning. It's tacked on another in the 7th. Alexander Vargas leadoff double down the right field line, and a real hustle double for Vargas as well. Just got in ahead of the throw. It was really nice. He was busting out of the box, looking for 2 the entire way. After a pickoff error, got him to 3rd base, comes home with a wild pitch. Renegades go up 3-1 in the top of the 7th, and then the bullpen just took over.
Yeah, Clay Aguilar comes in here with a strikeout in the 9th inning. And they did have some lice, though. There is a double out into the alley in right center. Really just a massive ballpark there in Wilmington. So finds alley, rolls to the wall. Pinch hit situation. Sammy Infante comes up, flies out to deep left field as Donnie Sanchez chases it down. The Renegades hang on to a 3-1 win as Vargas, Sanchez, and Augustin Ramirez, the multi-hit contest. And Sanchez having a really nice end to that on Sunday.
Yeah. He again, it's unfortunate, but played a big role in that win for the Renegades on Sunday, and
A big shout out to Harrison Cohen, 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. I feel like I'm missing someone else who followed another inning.
I'll let you think of it because I know who it is.
Luis Velasquez.
It is Luis Velasquez.
So again, the Renegades bullpen, really nice day and really good pitching series as well. A couple of low-scoring games. They dropped on Tuesday, in which but really the bullpen finish strong throughout the rest of that series and hoping to continue that here into this series where they take on the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. Let's take a look, just a quick look at the standings, see where the Blue Claws come in, because we're right there with them, 19 and 17 in the second half. For those of you, these 2 weeks, you didn't follow the team. What happened to the Renegades? We're right there, only 3 games back from first place in the Brooklyn Cyclones, who we'll see next week down in Brooklyn on the road. But again, Renegades already won the first half crown, have a playoff spot already clinched, but Blue Claws fighting along for first place.
Yeah, Jersey Shore just played Brooklyn, won the last 3 games of that series to get themselves right back into the thick of things. Their low-A affiliate, Clearwater, was the best team in minor league baseball in the first half in the Florida State League. A lot of those guys have come up here to Jersey Shore and have been big difference makers in the second half. They're playing some really good baseball right now.
Yeah, no, they really are. Take a look at the game preview next and kind of the starting pitching matchup. Brandon Beck in the ball today, in which he pitched very, very strong 4 innings on Tuesday in his last starting, and go against a left-hander, which there are plenty of left-handers here in this Jersey Shore, not only lineup, but rotation.
Yeah, it's a very left-handed heavy team. You see the numbers for Gabriel Cotto with Jersey Shore this year. He's gone back and forth between the Renegades and the Blue Claws and the Clearwater Threshers. Beck has been pretty much all with the Renegades except for 1 appearance in the FCL. 4 shutout innings his last time out. He's only given up 1 run so far in 19 innings. The strikeout numbers have been there. We've seen the control, which was really one of his biggest strengths. So we'll see how far he goes out there tonight. But Beck's been really good coming back from Tommy John surgery for the Renegades. And Cotto's been really good since coming back up from Clearwater. He struggled a little bit early on in the season, went down to the Florida State League, pitched really well for the Threshers, has come back up and has kept that ball rolling.
Yeah, Threshers has been one of the best team in the Florida State League. 2.78 ERA and 7 starts down there in Clearwater, so hoping to continue to see if that will translate here in high A. And Beck, coming off his best start possibly of the season back on Tuesday. Felt really good. So looking forward to what he can do tonight. Take a look at the lineups quickly for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. They're visitors in today in game 1 of the 6-game series. The Phillies affiliate taking on the Yankees affiliate. There are the Jersey Shore Blue Claws.
Yeah, Marcus Lee Sang leading off. Gabriel Rincones Jr. in the 2 spots, a guy to watch. When the Renegades were down in Jersey Shore last month, he had a great series against the Renegades, so interested to get another look at him here this week. Rickson Wingrove, Renegades have seen him a lot over the last couple of years. Caleb Ricketts, Otto Kemp, a new guy who we haven't seen yet this season. Jared Carr, Leandro Pineda, and Flores and Brito rounding things out for Jersey Shore. It's a very interesting lineup, a lot of left-handed hitters, which can be interesting because the Renegades are a very right-handed oriented pitching staff, and so we'll see how those matchups end up playing out here this week.
Yeah, Brock Selvage in the rotation, who's going to go later this week, and obviously we saw Aguilar pick up his 2nd save of the season on Sunday. He's one of the lefty bullpen options as well. Take a look at the Renegades. For those Renegades Pick'em contest contestants want to get a little head start, there it is for you. Spencer Jones hitting leadoff. Jared Cerna mentioned, just promoted today from Single A Tampa. Christopher Melia, 6 home runs in his last 11 games, playing some really good baseball. Scroll down a little bit to the 6th spot, and Jesus Rodriguez, the catcher, one also the newly promoted players from Tampa. You mentioned Anthony Hall. There he is in the 8th spot. So for those at home that maybe want to try to see those new players and having the Renegades Pick'em contest, sure, why not? Give it a roll. Obviously, Ben Cowell's still riding on that 23-game on-base streak now. I think it's at. So looking forward to extend that. It is the 4th longest right now active streak in all of High A. Well, promotions for tonight.
What do we got?
T-shirt Tuesday.
Oh.
So got one of them right here.
What does it look like?
It is
luchador, like a flying raccoon.
Flying raccoon.
Looks like almost like a circus raccoon. Actually, it's a fun story. There was a circus in the parking lot next to the hotel that the Renegades were staying at in Wilmington. I didn't go. Did you go?
I did not go. No.
I didn't partake in the circus.
The times, I guess, didn't work out. You know,
they
baseball,
were always
circus.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were running 3 shows a day on Saturday. If you really wanted to make it a point, you could have gone. But I get it. You don't care about the circus performers.
Didn't want to support the local business.
Yeah, I don't think they were a local business. I think they're a traveling circus. I mean,
P.T. Barnum, you know.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
It's been dead for what, 150 years?
Let's get the Greatest Showman movie rolling along.
Anyway. What were we talking about? All right,
The
T-shirt
circus.
Tuesday.
Yeah, the circus.
That's a fun-looking raccoon, huh?
Yeah, I know, you could
I
have been
tell
in the
you what,
circus
Rabone-
on Saturday, but we didn't find
Rabone
out.
is, he needs to cover up a little more, I think. But, you know, other than that, he looks great.
Well,
Saucy raccoon.
First 1,000 fans pick up one of these. Again, presented by Heritage Financial Credit Union. It's also 2000's prom night at the ballpark.
I like that because that was also when my prom was. It was in 2010.
Oh, okay.
So I'm expecting to feel a lot of the same ways. I am dressed up
So
somewhat.
You didn't wear a tuxedo or
there
anything
will
like
be
that?
no girls up there, so that'll be something as well that will remind me of prom night. And
Should we take a prom picture up there then tonight?
no, absolutely not.
You just hang
I'm
around on
actually
the wall.
really glad that you guys didn't like go back and find my prom pictures.
You know, maybe
and
I
throw
could have.
it up
Maybe we
there.
should just searched
It's
up
a
on
bad
Facebook
idea.
or something like
It's a
that.
bad
and
idea.
just
No, they're
dug.
gone.
Maybe we
from
will
there.
now.
They're
Maybe
on
we'll-
MySpace, but
MySpace. 2000's prom night right there for you.
yeah, they're
Early-
they didn't
early
make it
days
on
of
the
Twitter,
MySpace.
too?
I don't know, MySpace.
Or
Yeah,
X.
I didn't have Twitter back then.
It's X or whatever it is.
No, it's Twitter.
I figured, you know, it's not really prom related, but I always see these on social media sometimes.
Okay.
But it has to do with the 2000s. It's just
Okay.
nostalgic things from 2000s. So I figured I'd just put a little list together of just. It's
We're
stuff.
doing 2000s nostalgia now. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Let's roll up. Let's throw up some of
All
these
right.
bad boys.
So what are we doing here?
Scholastic Book Fair.
I feel like that was also a 90s thing too.
Yeah.
Again, a 90s thing also. Like that's not specific to
Yeah,
the 2000s.
no, I know. But it's just like stuff I know growing up. It's like, you know, right before, Christmas vacation, it's like one of these things getting rolled in your classroom. You knew it was going to be a Good Friday before vacation or the holiday vacation. So that was one of mine. Toy carpet, I mean,
Had
that's
one of those.
90s. Yeah,
Had one of
everybody,
those
you
for
know,
sure. That's
growing up.
another 90s thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So all this 2000s nostalgia just seems like 90s stuff because that's also a 90s thing. The
The
scooter boards.
yeah, those things crush your fingers in gym class. So I never like using those things.
What else we got?
Parachute game.
That's,
2000s.
again, this is all 90s stuff.
Well,
None of this is 2000
Well-
specific. Like, show me a Moto Razr. Show me the original Razr phone. That's a
Could have pulled
2000s.
an iPod Nano.
Yeah, iPod Touch, even better.
Uh,
All right. Anyway, what else we got?
remember those things?
Those were definitely around before the 2000s.
Yeah.
Also,
Just, you know.
this is just all like stuff you have as a kid. Silly bands. All
Silly
right,
bands.
there's a 2000s thing. That was a 2000
That
thing
was a
for sure.
2000s
Oh
thing.
my God, those were all the rage. Like everyone would get them, and then you'd wear them on your
Yeah, you
arms, but
collect
like
them.
they would lose the shape of the animals,
They
and then
would,
they'd just be
yeah.
like a rubber
they had
band with
sports-
like weird crimps in it. It
They had
was-
sports ones too. You could trade them. Remember, kids like lose them on the playground. You're like, it's mine now, or
Yeah.
you lose them around
They
school.
were
Like I'm taking
ridiculous.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
would trade them like,
Oh,
you know,
whoa.
it was a currency.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Mighty
You're
Beans,
too young
Mighty
to
Beans
remember.
as well.
Mighty
Remember,
Beans.
Yeah, remember those things?
No.
Scooby-Doo gummies though. Those were just. They don't make them anymore. Those were.
Yeah, I would have those in lunch sometimes.
Oh yeah, my mom. If my mom put one of those in my lunch, or I put one in, it's gonna be a great day. Rest in peace, Toys R
Okay,
Us.
that store was around for like 40 years.
Yeah, but you know what? Rest in peace to Toys R Us. So any 2000s kids going into Toys R Us. That's really what it was all for. You know.
What else we got? Video games in stores.
Do you remember like going
That's
up
just
to like
anything
Walmart?
before like 5
No,
years ago.
But I'm saying, do you remember like going up into like the Walmart or something like that, or like you're at a Best
Yes.
Buy and you're
Yes.
playing MLB The Show or something like that, and you're like, your mom's like out shopping and you're just sitting there playing the show. You're playing as I don't know.
yeah, well, you do the demo games. Yeah.
yeah, the demo games. So that's what that was.
Okay,
That was for.
Gotcha.
We couldn't fit all of that, explain all of that in a couple words, so threw it up like that.
All right, so there were like
So-
two things in there that were like 2000
All right,
specific for
well,
the nostalgia.
Joe Basile next time will make the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean,
nostalgia
I
then.
mean, again, like I say this as someone, look, I was born in the early 90s, but for all intents and purposes, I grew up in the 2000s. I
Yeah.
am a 2000s kid.
Yeah.
That's my wheelhouse. Like you want to get like Sean Paul, like there's some 2000s nostalgia. All right, listen, that guy had. I'm looking over here at someone off screen with a big smile on his face because he knows.
I remember Sean.
You remember Sean Paul was a sensation.
Yeah.
He had like 3 songs. They all sounded the same, and they were the biggest hit. How about Nelly having
remember Nelly,
the
yeah.
#1 and #2 album at the same time?
Yeah.
First
Petey
person to ever
Pablo?
do it. How about Petey Pablo?
What's
How
he doing?
about him? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
Gonna bring
doing
him
the
to
I Love
ballpark.
the 2000s tour, I think. No, but like there's a lot of really, those early iPods. The iPhone came out in 2000.
Yeah.
The first gen
I was
iPhone.
in middle school, and those things were like
you know,
Clunker.
oh, absolutely, they were clunkers. The housing crisis, that's a 2000s
Well,
nostalgia thing.
I was trying
We're
to keep it
still
on
not through it now.
I was
It's
trying to keep
been
it on a
15
positive
years.
swing here on the BP show.
Well, Iraq, that was it. If we want to go really bad.
Ladies and
you know,
gentlemen, we got him.
got 'em. Mission accomplished.
You know,
There's 2000s
that was,
nostalgia.
that was. It was a Phillies thing on Sunday Baseball when they caught Osama bin Laden.
Well, that was 2011. We were already into the next decade.
We're
by
out of
that
the
point.
2000. That was the
That's
2010s.
right. And
If
also,
we have
fun
2010s
fact about the day that we got Osama was that was also the day that Nick Castellanos hit the first home run of his professional
Really?
career.
I didn't know that.
It's a fun fact.
So Castellanos started way back when then.
He's been doing it for over a decade.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't see Castellanos or anything on a rehab assignment. We'll keep it serious then. Nothing out of
Was
the order.
Sean Paul just give me the light?
No, yeah, Sean
that?
Paul was burning. Sean Paul.
Give it a lie.
I mean, that might have been Sean Paul, but like he had way more than just "Give Me the Light." I mean, he was a sense. My first ever MySpace profile site.
MySpace.
Kids, MySpace was this thing that was before Facebook.
There's only been 12.
That was also before Visco or Instagram or
Farmville on
WeChat
Facebook.
or whatever the heck you're talking about. Farmville. There's a 2000s nostalgia thing.
Almost
but-
made the list.
But like we all learned how to HTML code by making our profiles, and you could put a song that would play when people would land on your page. And my first ever one was a Sean Paul
Give me the
song.
light.
It wasn't just "Give Me the Light." I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, you know what else? A good 2000s nostalgia thing. All those like really bad MTV reality shows.
Oh yeah.
We have somebody
Like-
from one of those coming.
Like no, that's a good one. You know, we had. We have like.
Team Up.
No, that was fine. Like
World Rules
like
Challenge?
Room Raiders. Remember where like they would like
no
send
idea.
this is this terrible
Yeah.
show where there would be okay, so the concept of the show Room Raiders,
I don't even. I never saw it.
MTV Cribs, all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
I know
Room Raiders
that.
was this
Yeah.
show where they would get 3 guys, basically kidnap them and put them in a van. That was all rigged up as like a studio.
Yeah.
And then there'd be one girl, right? It was like a dating show. And the girl would get to go into each one of the guys' bedrooms. And based on what she saw in their bedrooms, would choose which one she wanted to go out on a date with.
There were
and
black lights, Thomas.
It
Black
was
lights.
Yeah.
it was such a terrible show. It was
And
unbelievably
it ran on
bad.
television.
And I remember watching it a lot. It was terrible. Von Dutch, there's another thing that's a 2000s nostalgia thing. I
American
mean,
Idol
there's
was
so
always
many
big
things,
growing
and
up.
we went with the cart on the TV. We went,
That feels more 80s to me.
yeah. Right.
Well, it was one of like the. It didn't have like antennas on it. We're going way back then.
I'm talking too much for someone who doesn't know Mike.
Yeah, this Zach Neubauer is just in a conversation. Anyway, so that was all like, there's some real bad reality TV on MTV.
Yeah, I've never
that was
been a
going
big
on
reality.
VH1. All those I Love the Whatever shows, the I Love the 80s, the I Love the
Yeah.
all that was 2000s. There was some really terrible TV going on, and it was a simpler time.
Simpler time.
No TikTok, no Instacart.
Instacart.
Sports Center played highlights.
Yeah, Sports
Uber
Center
wasn't
played
a thing.
highlights. Sports Center when it was Sports Center. Growing up watching that.
even by the late 2000s, Sports Center wasn't.
Oh, once
the
they got
same
to LA
anymore.
and the studio out there and past the housing crisis, that's when it.
Yeah. After
2010s.
once the housing crisis happened.
It's that.
That was
Forget
it.
about. They were in too deep. Renegades Pick'em contest though for those Renegades fans that love this segment. Chance to win free tickets to a Renegades home game this season. Going to be both Joe and myself. Pick 3 players. You've already seen the starting lineup. If you haven't, just scroll back, rewind. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching, going to be both Joe and myself. Taking a look at some of the scores from Sunday. Joe and I split the series, and or I forgot who won the series. All I know is we split the month, so no blood, but it was a big one for Ben Cowles. 2 home runs. If you remember way back into July.
I don't.
Augustin Ramirez also had a home run that day, and Rafael Flores got Joe's only points, unfortunately.
Well, I think both Jones and Filia
Yeah.
had the day off.
Yeah, I think so as well. So
It's bad luck.
we did have a winner, though. Rich Thorpe edged me out by 3 points.
Ah, there you
Congrats.
go. Finally.
Yeah. Reach on the board.
Hey,
Picks up a win.
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Congrats, Rich. Finally, you got a win.
They got the big W. So I figured now is probably the time for this series to redraft the 3 players. So
Oh, I'm up first.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and select Spencer Jones, 1-1.
okay, I'm gonna go with Jared Cerna and Ben Cowles.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jesus Rodriguez and Christopher Familia.
I was gonna take Familia as well. I'll go Rafael Flores then. So that'll be my 3.
All right. Cool. Jones, Rodriguez, and Familia.
Okay, so there you go. Play at home. We stay the whole week, but everybody else at home, you can switch day in and day out as well. So again, first 1,000 fans pick up a T-shirt on T-shirt Tuesday. Brendan Beck against Gabriel Cotto here tonight. Game 1 of 6 between the Yankees and Phillies High A affiliates. One last message before we'll let you go for today. Big special thank you to Phil Weber, our intern. It's his last day here at the BP Show. He's one of the interns that works on the show. It would not be behind the scenes wise what you see the product day in and day out without his hard work every single day. So Phil is going back to school. We wish you luck, Phil. Thank you so much for the hard work you put in this year.
Yeah, Phil was great. So if the quality of this show drops off a cliff starting tomorrow, you know why. It's because Phil's not here anymore, and
We're losing bodies, basically.
We are losing bodies.
But
We're
we have
losing
tried to
bodies.
plan out for the rest of the season.
I think I'm
so
gonna go
that-
back to school tomorrow
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, I'd
It's
like to
all
go
you.
back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Joe and I. We'll have we'll have the fans come on. They'll run the show for a day or so. We'll take a vacation. We'll go to the circus.
Yeah, we'll go track the circus down.
Let's go
Wherever
follow
it
them.
is.
Maybe they're in Philadelphia now. Who knows? But
Let's hope not.
That's the BP Show for today. He's Joe Facile. I'm Thomas Cinzarella saying so long. We'll see you back here tomorrow in Wappingers Falls.
Thanks, Phil.
BP Show is the BP Show. It's the BP Batting Practice Show with Joe and